Hi, welcome to the Native Wildman channel. Your host Sean Catfish Wilson, and the star Cosmo, if he decides to show up, make an appearance today. Man, this singing bowl works a lot better now that it's not in a room that with a leaky roof. So, let's see, for today's tea, we are going to try Morning Mojo Organic Puree, Organic Black Tea. Puree is actually a type of black tea. Organic Orange Pill, Natural Vanilla Flavoring. 1 heaping tablespoon per 8 ounce of water. Well, I'll just use this to measure it out because I forgot to grab a teaspoon. So, alrighty. Smells very vanilla-y. Hey, that's kind of soothing coming from the Adventures of Gypsy and Vanilla now, or the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. Really awesome people, and this tea time is thanks to them, and the last tea time also. I really like the sniffing of that. Pour that in there. Cosmo. Again, oh, it's on the bottom. This is Morning Mojo. Mojo, man. Mojo, dudes. Alright. So, got me some more Cosmo food since you're almost out. Like always, I try my teas start off at 3 minutes, but alright. Gonzo's, Illuminati Ninja, Victoria May the Quiet Listener, Women Carry Knives, Therapeutic Edge, Use of Time for Somebody, Crossover Paranormal Society, Brother, oh, we'll get to that one. The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla, Catching Them Fish, Big Red EDC, Dandy Days Homestead, Big Tiny's Outdoors, Spirit Brothers UK, Grumpy Grump, My Bad Adventures, Yolan Zed's Gals, Southern Living, Nine Fingers Mining, The Flysmith, Anyfin, Sunny Farms, Missouri, MO, Matisfaction, Squirrels, Magnet Fishing. I don't have a sticker from him, but try to remember. He's pretty cool. Smoky Mountain Waxworks, ODC for EDC, Off the Hook Outdoors, The Laugh Channel, Aqua Donkey, Mega Dog, Wild Japan, Hog Deer 79, Hunting, Fishing, Taxidermy, Chillin' Indiana, Jill Bait and Tackle Outdoors, Lefty EDC, Some Old Man Outdoors, Angling spiders, true budget EDC, knives fast, Zack stuff, Matt's fishing mission. Alright. And then we've got belt loop 29. I don't have the cup today. I forgot to bring it down. Ooh, I really like the smell of that after it starts steeping. Alright, local Manhattan area, Brothers Coffee. Really awesome place, really cool people that run it. Black Mammoth Tattoo, it's where I got my tattoo from. Well, Stray Cat, but the guy that works there did the tattoo. On the wild side, oh, I forgot to say EDCQ for another YouTube channel. On the wild side, that's where I got all my awesome rocks and stuff. Or the tumbled ones anyways in the towers. Most of them got there. Full Circle. Diner Cocktails, really awesome place to try if you're in the Manhattan area. Finn's Fishing Line, really cool. I like their fishing line. I'm thinking about maybe trying some of their 6-pound test for their crappie stuff. And SE knives, really awesome knives. If you haven't tried an SE knife, I definitely suggest trying an SE knife. Alright, what we have here is an old school ugly stick. It's got the good line guides on it. The Fuji line guides with the aluminum oxide all the way up. This one's been replaced, so it's a different color. Somebody stepped on it a long time ago, I think, so it was cracked. But all of the other ones are fine, and this rod is, I bought it back in 1999 after I graduated high school. Graduated high school. So, in this reel is what we're going to be talking about on today's tea time. It's an Okuma Epixor. It is an EB65. Ooh. Anti-reverse. It's got a drag for the bait runner. I think that's right. Then you've got your main drag, your top drag. As you can see, this used to be hit the button right. Cosmo, I love you. Hello. Ooh, definitely smell the vanilla in it. Kind of smell a little bit of the citrus from the orange in it. Give it a little sippity sip sip. definitely get a hint of the vanilla. You're definitely picking up the puree, and you're definitely picking up the black tea. It's kind of hard to tell what type of black tea they used with the vanilla. So what type of tea are you drinking? Let me know. I would really like to know. And again, this came from the Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla, or the Adventures of Gypsy and Vanilla. I think that's what he has it as now. Oh, hey. There's my other cup. Or not cup, but water container. Alright. Back to this most awesome reel. Okay. Anyways, as you can see, it. Well. Hello, Cosmo. I love you. Guess you can't really pick it up on camera too well. The camera's not picking it up too well. Yeah, there you go. It used to be silver colored. It used to have a chrome plating. This reel's not as old as the rod, of course. And then it has a line keep. 10 ball bearing. The handles are reversible. That used to be silver too. And every once in a while you want to take and oil this up too. Then there's like the gear in there that you want to put a little oil on that goes up and down. If you take, I'm not going to take it apart obviously because it's got 30-pound fire line on it, which is an amazing line. It is a flatter line, but it's probably one of the toughest lines that I've ever used. It's definitely my favorite line, but unfortunately it's getting hard to find in this area. We've got the tuna on there. It's you can see that this rod's all like the finish is all cracked up and stuff. But the important thing is the line guides are still good. If you use monofilament, definitely get one of these rods. I would suggest get something a little bit heavier than a medium action. So, missed it. Forgot your the bait feeder switch, bait runner switch. The switch is on, engages the secondary drag. You can manually click it off, and it'll do it that way. Or you can reel the handle and do it that way. Cosmo, come here, little buddy. So, and as you see, I've got this kind of rigged up for weightless, or it's actually called freelining it. .5/0 circle hook. This is a really good, this is actually a little bit heavy of a braid to do night crawler freelining, but it will work if you don't need to make very long casts. So got the bale worm. Very, very little back play. Not enough to really be noticeable. It doesn't, this part doesn't back play, but the handle has just a hair little bit of back play, but that's probably because it's fairly old reel. These reels are rated for salt water. If you can find a used one that's a good used one, I would definitely suggest getting it. They are really, really smooth reels. And when you hook it up, never hook your hook in this little eye hole because you can pop it out. That's probably why a lot of people don't like that's why a lot of people like stainless steel over the ones with the inserts, is because they will hook that in there and they'll tighten it up till it bows. You don't want to do that. That's no. I see a lot of people do it even on YouTube and stuff. I've seen a lot of channels still hook it up that way. I mean, even if you have stainless steel eyes, you still don't want to hook it up in the eye, because you can scratch the inside of the eye up, and that'll eventually, especially if you're using a braid, which I personally, well, Jeff's Mad Cat seems to, I think he has a Mad Cat reels, or rods, not reels. They seem to be holding up pretty good with braided line. But he gets the Ocean Silk, and that stuff is super smooth. And Finn's is another really smooth line. If you can find Ocean Silk, I would probably suggest that one due to Jeff's experience. I mean, it's not super balanced, but not really bass fishing with it. It's a catfish rig, but super smooth. The drag, not a very loud drag, but as you can see, the drag is really smooth on this reel. Yeah, this is a pretty new line on here too. Still got the black stuff on it. Even black marks on my finger, but it'll wash off. It ain't no big deal. And hard to tell, but the reel's not super heavy. I'm not 100% sure what the body and the casing's made out of. This is the spool is aluminium. For those of you who are in Europe, or aluminum for those of you who talk normal in the States. I like the sound of aluminium, or aluminium better. Yeah, aluminium, adamantium. It's made out of adamantium. It's indestructible almost. No, far from indestructible. My first one I ended up giving to my cousin. I had a fishing at Pot 2 one night. Then my friends and a whole bunch of their friends came over, and one of them stepped on my reel and bent the spool, so it was kind of wobbly, so that's why I replaced it. If not, I would have still had the original one on here. Or not the original reel. The first reel I had for this rod was a really big eagle claw reel, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad reel. That was back in '99 when Eagle Claw still made decent reels and rods. I don't know about nowadays. I don't even know if you can find an Eagle Claw reel anymore nowadays. I'll have to look it up, or if you guys know in the comments, let me know. Much appreciated. And this is just kind of plastic. It's nothing fancy. The reel itself, back when I got it, it was $100 reel. And I probably got it back in the early 2000s, maybe 2004 is probably when I got this. My first one I got in probably 2002. And this one's 2004 reel, if I remember correctly. I've had it long enough that I can't remember exactly when I got it, but it does have a felt drag system opposed to like a carbon fiber, but the drag's built really well. This reel, the biggest I've caught on it so far is a 58-pound flathead. It's actually off of this entire setup. So it will handle your bigger catfish really good, really well. And then this, I normally don't mess with it. I get it set where I want it, then I normally leave it depending on, well, if I'm using live bait that's really lively, the cool thing is you can tighten it up. Or if you're at the river with a lot of current, you can tighten it up. This one's obviously not set up for river fishing, so I'm not going to tighten it up too much. Oh, Cosmo. And these little holes are to decrease the weight on the reel. And so this one you'd have to probably find on like eBay, Amazon, maybe a garage sale, or if you have a bait and tackle shop that happens to sell. I haven't seen any really that will sell used reels, but if you have one that happens to sell used reels, yeah. But I would definitely make sure, like, you can always test the drag by that number. If it doesn't have line on it, you can always move this, kind of play with this a little bit. I have it set to the 30-pound, to use 30-pound fire line on, which I probably have it set a little light. And honestly, you would probably rather have your drag set lighter than heavier, just in case, let's say there's a nick somewhere in my line that I don't see. You'd rather have the fish take the line out and not break it, so it's always important to set the drag. And I find that it's always good to have a reel that has a good drag on it. And as you can also see, it definitely spools it up. It's nice and even. I could have probably put a little bit more line on, but I leave, you want to do about 1/8 of an inch. It's a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch, but not much, which is just fine. It's still gonna cast however I need it, and This one I like to take cut bait in, because cut bait's heavy enough. It works really good when you're fishing at a place with no current. I think this is plastic. This is aluminum. So if you can find one of these, I definitely suggest getting one. They're really amazing rods. Right, Cosmo? Cosmo, what are you doing? Hello? Are you chewing my blanket up? Are you being an ornery bird? He's being an ornery bird. Alright. I know you guys like to see Cosmos, so Cosmo, hello. I love you. Aww. Yeah, there you go. You're being a good bird. Alright. Peace and long life, my friends.